guys, on today's video, I'm going to be building the hospital for my 2023 Haunted Halloween. Okay, so I was thinking of making a very gory hospital, like a abandoned hospital. So I was thinking of adding some cracks, blood, all of those stuff. But before I do the details like that, I need to paint all of these walls just a normal base coat of white, and then we'll add the details. So I'm going to be painting the walls right now. Okay, so I kind of finished this wall, not quite, but I wasn't going to do paint the whole entire wall just because it was already white and it already had blood splatters. But I definitely wanted to get rid of the keep out, but it looks like the paint is not that thick, so I'm probably going to need to do a second coat. I still have more over here, but I just didn't do that because you guys could not see it. But yeah, so I'm just going to move on to another wall, and I'll get back to this later. Okay, so I did at least 7 coats on these hands, and they still keep reappearing. The words did disappear except for this O. I don't know why that one isn't disappearing. Some of the blood is staying too. I don't know what paint I used to make it do this, but I'm gonna need to do at least 10 more coats if this keeps happening. So I'm just gonna do that right now. You guys won't see it. I'm just gonna go to the next wall, but yeah, I don't know why this is happening, but I really hope I can get it just to stay white. So sorry about that, but I'm gonna get into the next wall. Okay, so this is what it looks like with one coat. You could kind of still see it, but I just got this new paint and it's very thick and it should definitely cover that. But I'm probably gonna do that off camera. And I was thinking I was still going to paint these 2 walls just cause whatever I'm putting over it, I think it will be too thin and you'll still see it. And it will also cover these bloody hands and the bloody smears. So I'm gonna do that off camera now, and I'm probably gonna get back to some of the decorations and then go back to the details on the wall because the walls still need to dry and I wanna do some stuff while it's drying. So I will come back once I finish all of these walls. Okay, so when I was painting the walls, you might have noticed this little hole in the wall that I made. So this is a jump scare room. We have another jump scare there, but that's for the 3rd hallway. I'm not gonna get to that yet. But there is supposed to be a glass thing right here. I took it out because I'm gonna work on that right now. So I was thinking of adding some bloody drips to the top so it's smearing down and maybe a hand smear. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so I have this set out. You might not even tell, but this is the glass. I'm just using plexiglass, and it will be able to slide with the little wood cutout I made into the wall. I'm just holding it up with a box. It is actually poor George's box that he came in, but I'm gonna be using a red spray paint and trying to make it drip down. If this doesn't work, then I have just acrylic paint, and I was just gonna use that towel or something, I don't know. And then we have some paint brushes there. So I'm gonna try to do that now. So you'll see in the time lapse if that spray paint works or if it doesn't. So I'm gonna work on that right now. Okay, so I'm so happy that the spray paint works. It pretty much looks good. It's a little bright, but it's okay. It will look good when it's actually in the wall, but I think I'm gonna fix it up here just so it makes it look a little better, but I'm very happy. I just put it up on the wall and it looks amazing. I love how this looks. Just the blood on the white walls just looks amazing. Oh, and by the way, you cannot see any of whatever I had here with the Sharpie and all of the blood on the other wall. I also added the shelf just because I had these on the wall before because some of the screws from the other hallway were sticking through, so I just wanted to add a shelf there, so I also painted that. but I just wanted to show you that I added the blood window and it looks amazing. So now I'm gonna get into some of the more details on the walls. Okay, so before I do any of the decorating for the hallway, I'm going to use the same exact spray paint I used for this window and kind of like spray it on the walls to make like splattered blood, like stuff like that. So kind of like how this wall looked before, but without the hands. So that is what I'm gonna do now before I decorate. If you're wondering what spray paint it is, this is what it is. Pretty old one. It's the dark red, not like poppy red. So yeah, if you're wondering that, but I'm gonna get in right to the painting. Okay, so this is what all the blood looks like. I kind of went all overboard, but I think it came out pretty good. I love how there are just random splatters everywhere. It just makes the walls look so much better. On this wall, I kind of ran out of spray paint. That's why they're not like lines like that. But still, I think it came out pretty good. Now it is time to decorate. I am so excited to do this hallway. I've been working on some decorations for this, which I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna show how to make them. And yeah, so I'm gonna get into the decorating for the hospital hallway. Okay, so one of the things I made for this hallway is this nurse. So I didn't completely make it from scratch. So she is a hanging prop from Spirit Halloween. She had her arms up in the air. Well, not in the air, they were like wrapped together with, I forget what it's called, but they were wrapped together. And she used to be a hanging prop, but I made her, because I wanted her to stand, I made her stand like this. So how I did that, I just undid all of the zip ties that made her hands like go up, put them down. Now she looks like this. And then under here, I used a paint bucket for the base and 2 big rocks to make her not fall, and a PVC, and zip tied it all around there, and she stands and she looks amazing. So the next thing I'm going to make is something to go right next to her. So I'm going to make that right now. Actually, before I build that other thing to go right next to her, she actually does talk. I think she has 5 phrases, so I'll do them. Actually, I'll just do 1. But she also shakes too, which is cool.
Set me free. I swear I'm innocent. Is this the face of a lion?
Oh, okay, yeah. We're definitely gonna need to fix that though, because when she shakes, I guess she falls. Well, that's good to know, but I'll probably fix that. But I am going to make, I forget what it's called, but like I said, I'm going to build that right now. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I'm trying to make this like IV stand. I think that's what it's called. So I use like this small PVC right here and then a long one going down. And then I'm trying to make the old-fashioned one, so not the plastic bags, but a glass bottle, even though this is plastic. But this looks pretty good, so just get a plastic bottle, and then I'm gonna try to attach it like that. And then this, if you do have the nurse, it came with it. And then this, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but this end will go into the cap of this. And then the nurse is like trying to put blood into her to try to get back to life because she is a ghost or a dead nurse. So that's basically what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to do a base. I'm not sure exactly what to use for that, but I will show you it once I finish it. Okay, so I'm going to fill this, whatever she came with slick paint. It's kind of like puffy paint. But yeah, you're gonna take this, and then it's hollow in the inside, so it should just go through. And then hang up this stethoscope, because like hospitals need those. And then I forget what this is exactly called, but it's like they put it around your arm, and then they pump air into it. So I'm probably just gonna hang it up there. So I will be right back once I do that. The medical supplies. Okay, so box like that. So the shelf is done basically for now. So now I'm going to work on one more piece of this hallway. Okay, so the last big thing I'm making in this hallway is the door to the morgue. So if you don't know what that is where they keep the dead bodies in hospitals. So I painted this door, it's just wood paneling, glued it together on the back because I didn't have like a long piece like that. And then I'm making this sign just out of cardboard, and then it's gonna say the morgue or something like that, like right there. And then I gotta add the door handle, and then instead of having it against the wall, I'm just gonna have it a little bit open. But yeah, so I'm going to add a little bit more details, and then I will show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the morgue door looks like. I think it came out pretty good. I might add some more detail to the door itself, but I did add some like blood splatters and stuff like that. And I added the sign, just says the morgue, the skeleton hand poking around the door. And this is what it looks like behind, just some supports to do it like that because it's kind of 3D coming out. So basically that was all for the decorating on camera. I'm gonna do some of the smaller stuff off camera, but I will come back for the tour of the hospital. Okay, so the whole hallway is now finished. So I worked a little bit on the lighting, still not the best. Like I really want like a bright light on the hospital sign so you can actually tell it's a hospital, even though there's a lot of stuff to give that clues. But we have the nurse, which I will turn on. I'll do all the phrases just because.
This is what happens when you get on our host's bad side. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Pretty cool. I love that this came out pretty good. The blood in there, well, the paint, it's kind of coming out, so I might add a little bit more, but.
You have no idea what you've done. When I'm free, I will make you all suffer for eternity.
I'm not gonna do all the phrases, just cause I think she has like 10, I think. I don't know. And then off camera, I added these chains just to the wall like that. Over here, we have the morgue. Pretty cool. I love how this door came out. I found the door handle, and I added a little bit more detail on the door, plus the skeleton hand, which I think looks really creepy, really cool, and then the light flashing on it. Over here, we got the window. I'm going to have a flashing light with an actor in there right now, but I don't have any more batteries to put into my flashing lights, so you'll see that probably in the tour of the full haunted house once I finish that. And then over here, I don't have a name for him, but he is just the dummy. I put him in costume as a normal person. He's got some band-aids. He has lost an eye. He's got all of that, and then he's sitting in the wheelchair that I made. There's a foot there, well, leg there. The band-aid, which is actually just a wooden brick thing. Well, not a brick, but it's a wooden thing. And then we got this stethoscope. Forgot what that's called, but it's like that pumping thing they put on your arm. And then the head and the hand. And then all this blood just looks really creepy. Probably the most gory hallway this year out of all of them to come, because I've only done 2 counting this one. So yeah, but I really like how this came out. So yeah, that was it for the tour of the hospital. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this hallway came out pretty cool, very creepy, and very realistic. Like, at first I didn't think this was gonna be a really cool hallway, but it ended up being really cool, and I love it. It is my favorite out of the 2 I've done so far, which is not a lot, but yeah. So you can follow my Instagram, Haunted Halloween Guy, no spaces, to see some of the sneak peeks for the haunted house. I posted some stuff on there for this hallway before the video actually came out. But yeah, so that